He habitually counted the bills the buyer handed over, and after confirming the amount, handed the car keys to the buyer. The item the buyer wanted was in the BMW parked outside, but the next moment, he coughed up blood and, in a daze, lost his life. The buyer got what he wanted without spending a penny, but he didn't dare touch the car keys directly. He had placed poison on the bills, and after the seller counted them, he habitually touched his nose and then the keys with his hand. So the buyer only dared to wrap the keys in a handkerchief. After that, he poured a bottle of gasoline on the seller and set him on fire, destroying the body to cover his tracks. At the door, he found the BMW, inside which was a box containing the most terrifying chemical weapon in history. His next task was to smuggle it abroad and sell it to the Russians. The biggest problem with moving such dangerous items was getting past airport security. No matter what it was, scanners would reveal its true nature, so dealing with the security officer became the key issue. Here's how the terrorists did it. They first hacked into the airport surveillance system, identified the security officer operating the machines, then used his name to pull up all his personal information. Once that was done, an accomplice had to contact the officer. The accomplice posed as a tourist and deliberately claimed there was an item in his bag that didn't belong to him. Actually, it was just a small earphone. The security officer assumed it was something a passenger had accidentally left behind. When the officer prepared to send the earphone to Lost and Found, he received a text message in the guise of a friend, instructing him to put on the earphone. Once the officer did so, half the mission was complete. The next step was the terrorist's specialty, intimidation. One piece of luggage for one life, his girlfriend's life. To convince him, another accomplice broke into his house. Even a random pay stub or family photo could be used as leverage. Officer Ethan had just been promoted from the Homeland Security Logistics System to the Security Screening Department and never expected to encounter something like this. The terrorists' demand was simple. Let their luggage through, and his family would be safe. But Ethan knew the stakes. If the terrorists' items endangered passengers, the consequences would be catastrophic. So he chatted with the terrorists to keep them calm while secretly dialing for help. What he didn't realize was that the terrorists were watching him from their computer and quickly saw through his little plan.